Hey guys, what's going on? Caleb here, and today I am bringing you this build, which depicts a scene from Halo Infinite, or it's not any specific scene, there is some creativity always when building, so this is one of those structures that you see in Capture the Flag. Don't remember the name of the map, but it is that big map from Big Team Battle, and you have these little structures where the first Capture the Flag point is placed. So I thought it'd be cool to have them on a build. We'll have this, some sort of Forerunner structure, and I figured this would be the most reasonable to build with the amount of time I had and parts. And it's not exactly accurate, with the details. I took some creative liberty, but I think it turned out pretty well. So, just a shout out or two to give before I really start describing the build. So you can see the side detailing here with the rock and the transitioning color and the dirt. That came from Brick Fanatic on Instagram, but you can also say Gabrick's Lego, Gab's Lego, Gabe. Most people on Instagram know Gabe. So I don't know if Gabe came up with it, but I see Brick Fanatic using it a lot. So I'm just going to give a shout out to those two guys. Very cool technique. Liked using it. It definitely fits with this build as well because we have this little gap here that I'll talk about. So if you remember my ALAL build from Brickfair, Virginia, I had this little separated part of the build that kind of had little snowy hills, I guess, and that was to give you more of that snowy texture, to show that it's fluffy and I don't know, there was some sort of elevation decline, but anyway, this really works well here because in Halo Infinite, you have those chunks of the map that are kind of, there's a giant void in the ring. So this can be used to represent that. Wasn't exactly what I was going for at the start, but the more I realized it as I was building, the more it looked like that. So we have some water, flowing over the edge into the void. I don't know too much about the Halo rings. Does that water stay in orbit of the ring? Does it re-enter the ring? No idea. But yes, I'll have to do some more Halo reading. So I think this little feature turned out pretty well. This is actually what I started the entire build from. I built from here outwards. That back corner is what I finished with. This is what I started with over here. And I think that detail turned out pretty nice. Although it's not the focus of the build because you have all the figures and brick built figures over here. So we have 3 grunts and an elite. These are done by, what's his name, Bricktech Studios. These are his old designs. Apparently he's updated them. I prefer the old grunt design anyway. And the new elite, I don't know. One, I don't have the parts for it. 2, it just doesn't feel right. I prefer his OG stuff. And then doing some plate legs on Master Chief to show some, that he's bigger than the rest of the minifigures. I think you can kind of see it here. He's a decent amount taller than the pilot. I forget his name. I know his code name is Echo 216. Don't remember if it's Edward. I think Fernando might be his first name. Not sure. I'll remember it later. But one thing that my friend Hunter, Koshi Lego on Instagram suggested was for me to do some sort of trees in the background. So I did pine trees because that's typically what you see on Halo rings. And this is my first time building pine trees like this, and I think I attempted it once before, and I did not know how to do it. This time, I just kind of pushed my way through, and I am very happy with how they turned out. These are my favorite pine trees I've seen anybody build, honestly, at figure scale. So I'm proud of myself for that. Think it's fun. Also, the lime green foliage. I was never big on that before, but then what was the collab? Oh, Ludendorff. The Eitlug collab for Brick Fair. We had some lime green on there, and I'm like, you know what? That actually gives a nice pop to the scene, and especially for Halo, because Halo is such a vibrant and colorful atmosphere that I thought it just fit. The grunts love that bright orange. Don't know if I've talked about it before on video, but I'll just give a little rant. These remind me of Halo Reach, also the Brown Elite, and it just has good nostalgic memory coming from that, and also all the other Halo games I've played. I haven't played Halo 3, really, 4 or 5, but I did play Halo 1, 2, Reach, and obviously Infinite. Great campaign. But yeah, anyway, moving on from the little Halo rant and scene, I'll give you a little update on the closet, the space here. So my storage is down below, not completely organized right now. Bags of parts, big bin of random parts. Here are my figure bins, and some of them are actually part bins up top. It's like detailing stuff and foliage. Over here, you can see my other Halo build that I last posted. Yeah, so definitely still stuff to work on here with organization, but it's doing pretty well. Redid the desktop, not desktop, the desk. My computer's out of here because I am packing up for college, so that's that. This was an awesome Lego set, the Space Shuttle. This is the Discovery, and if you go to Brick Fair, Virginia, or if you just live in the Chantilly area of Virginia by DC, I highly suggest going to the, I think it's Edvar Hazy Space Museum. Probably pronounced it wrong, probably forgot some sort of, I don't know, part of the name. But really awesome museum. You know, the Enola Gay is there. I forget the name of that B-25 or B-24 bomber. Oh, Flakbait. Awesome. They're restoring that thing. A lot of really cool historical planes there. So if you're ever interested in that sort of thing, highly suggest going to that museum. I'm lucky enough to be able to see that every year when I go to Brick Fair. But anyway, love that. Little globe up there to go with it. Telescopes over in the left corner. And, you know, that's about it. Very visually pleasing right now, although I'm not the hugest fan of LEDs. But, you know, this is what was given to me. I have a whole pole right here for hanging clothes, although I don't use this for that. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the scene and what is to come. So I will see you guys later.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade.